Hey. So, sorry, I'm just trying to do the do not disturb, but anyway, hey. You might be wondering why listen to this random brown chick who's from the US who thinks that she's going to help manifest world peace and rectify injustices. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's me. Number one, I want to. And that desire has been very powerful. It's been a powerful force within my life since I was young. I've always been moved by injustices, and I've always taken action toward that. Number two, I have done my own inner work. So the people that I would say probably had the closest glimpse to my power and my authenticity were my college activist friends, because that's when I think I was really starting to tap in to the activism, the taking action and all of that stuff. And but then, I, with that intention to heal the world, to bring about justice in this world, that it's like the divine, God, source, universe, whatever you call it, they're like, okay, we hear you. Or actually, I should say the divine in me. My soul is like, okay, we're gonna do this, Anne? All right, then you gotta get ready. You gotta get ready. And I didn't realize that's what was happening these last 30-ish years. Yeah, I guess it is 30 years. But that's what's been happening. I had to... Ooh! What is it with you? Fly! Go away! Oh, you weren't a fly. Sorry, honey. I'm sorry, hummingbird. Oh my god. So ridiculous. Hummingbirds. This is why you should follow me. This is why you should listen to me. Because at number one, hummingbirds are significant. They have the capacity to fly in different directions and fly, quickly. They're kind of like a phenomenon. Now I feel bad that I shooed that hummingbird away. It just kind of surprised me. I guess I surprised myself too, frankly, in being here. 3:13 on the time. 13, the sign of the divine feminine. 3, the Holy Trinity, the number of lines in a triangle. Triangle being the strongest shape, the shape where the lines actually lean on each other, right? That's what makes it so strong. And now there's a bee. Man. Nature. I love Mother Nature, but I have a tough time being like a nature girl. I've always been more of a city girl. Similarly, I love humanity, but I have had some really rough experiences with humans, with people. Makes me wonder why. Anyway, let me get back to my point. My point is... Sorry, I'm still laughing at the hummingbird. Okay. My point is, I'm not afraid anymore. That's what the last 30 years, that's it. So I'm a very old soul. Ever since I was a kid, I gravitated toward elders. There was something different about me. The way I could read people, the way I gravitated, especially towards those who others were afraid of or judged or stayed away from. I had to then become a person that others stayed away from or judged or whatever. I had to do all the inner work to take all the shackles off. We are so shackled. We're not liberated, right? You're not liberated because we live like, it is literally like that, the movie The Matrix, where, you know, we, in some ways, like, we have this container that we're in. In that case, it was like the humans in their little pods where they were just being used for fuel for their energy. But their mind was so entertained, right? Their mind was so entertained, trained with whatever, the illusion. So I had to break free from all of that. And that was hard. That's not been easy. That's not an easy process. But here I am now. I've broken free from everything. I've broken free from the matrix of working like a regular job. I've broken free from the imprisonment of, you know, women and our sexuality, what it means, the male gaze. I've broken free from the daggers of people, whether they meant to hurt me or not. I've been hurt by the people that are the closest to me over and over again, deeply, like deeply hurt, profoundly unseen, misunderstood, abandoned, betrayed. I've been poor, I've been rich. I've been everything. A victim, a perpetrator, the good guy, a villain. And what that's done is it's given me this gift. So, why follow me? Because I'm unstoppable now. I'm unstoppable because my spirit is so strong now that not even death can stop me. Somebody can actually torture, rape, kill, mutilate this physical vessel. And it would suck because I love this vessel. I'm learning to appreciate her and break free of the mind games about, you know, beauty standards and what we're supposed to look like and what we're supposed to do. Like, all the things that made me actually hate my physical vessel and disconnect from my physical vessel, you know. And I'm not saying that I'm completely done with those lessons. There's pieces of it that are still there. But it's one thing to deconstruct everything and then choose to put back in what you want. It's another thing to just blindly follow the matrix, so to speak. Do you know how powerful that is? You know how powerful it is to know that I can do, like, no one can hurt me anymore. I am not afraid. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of being hurt. I'm not afraid of people's words. I'm not afraid of people's attacks. I'm not afraid of it anymore. And I'm not afraid because I had the people that I loved the most already do all that to me. And I faced it. And I lived it. And I felt the pain of it. And I let it break me open. And I chose love anyway. I chose it. I chose love, and I choose love, and I continue to choose love because love is way more powerful. That's it. That's something important you should know about me. The other thing you should know about me is, yes, I am a leader. I'm a natural born leader. But what I lead is not for you to follow me. What I'm leading you to is for you to follow you, the divine in you, not the one that's been asleep at the wheel, buying into everything in the matrix. Man, nature, go away, please, a little bit. Just give me some space. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. I love you all. And this is real. It's messy. It's messy and it's beautiful. And there's a different way. There's a new path. I'll help you to see it. And it will create liberation for you as a person, like it has for me, but it's also going to create liberation for our world. But here's the deal. Just to be 100% frank, and now the rain is really coming down. You know, people have free will, right? So there are going to be people who can hear what I'm saying, who will resonate with it, who will apply it, who will not allow themselves to be allow the brainwashing that they've experienced. Ooh, 11:44. Allow the brainwashing that they've experienced all this time to control them anymore. And there are those that will. And the ones that choose the liberation path will actually experience liberation in this lifetime, because things have aligned enough that change can happen. And the ones that choose to stay in the matrix, I'm just using that word for lack of a better term, but you know, I think it resonates. But those that, you know, that continue to choose to be asleep, stay asleep, not do the work, not choose love, choose to buy into the systems of oppression, yeah, they're basically gonna live in a hellscape that's gonna get worse. While there's gonna be, it's like dual realities that are gonna happen on this earthly plane in this last sort of phase of ascension, where it's gonna be choose your own adventure. My job, like the reason why I am choosing to do these messages and put myself out there, is I'm a bridge. When I was a little girl, you know, and I was trying to, later in life, when I was trying to think about, you know, what is my purpose, one of the things that I came across was, think about what you did, how you played, you know, as a child. And so I reflected on that, and one thing that came to me is that my private time play when I was a little girl, it was always me serving in this, like a leader, hero type of capacity. It was a game that I dubbed Dungeons and Dragons, not knowing anything about the actual game or anything like that. I don't know why I called it Dungeons and Dragons in my head at, you know, I guess 5 or 6 years old or whatever age it was. But this is a game I consistently played in my parents' downstairs. And, you know, in the game, like, there was this one scene that kept coming back, right? Like, where I was, oh shit, my lunch is burning. I'll be back, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to get something off the stove. Forgot where I was. Anyway, I love you all. Choose your own adventure. I'm here to teach you everything that I know, in the hopes that it will spark something. Oh, bridge. Okay, back to the bridge analogy, sorry, came back. So I was a kid playing this game, Dungeons and Dragons. Dragons, now I realize, is a symbol of divine feminine. That's also been kind of bastardized and turned into some evil symbol, similar to like what people have done with snakes and other sources of feminine power, or symbols, associated with feminine power. And dungeons, right? The darkness that we have to go through to know our own light, to be our own light, to be braver than what we've seen before. Anywho, in this game, when I was little, it was, there was a chasm in between, like, where people were and the place of safety, like, where we were trying to get to. And in my play, I literally remember being like putting my body physically in between to serve as a bridge from upon which like people could get to safety. They could walk across my back to get to safety. So I never understood like what that game had to do with anything, but now I do, right? Like, there's a reason why I've had such a paradoxical life. There's a reason why I have been able to experience so many opposite experiences in this life. It's given me more compassion, more understanding, an ability to connect regardless of people's beliefs, religions, political aspirations. Like, legit, no lie, when I was at the large Midwestern law firm as their chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer, some of my biggest fans, some of the people that were like most deeply moved, were older white men who were Republican, gun-toting, whatever. Because honestly, it wasn't about that. It was about the energy that I came to this work with. It's the energy they approached them with. It's that I could see the divine in them too. And I allowed that to give me the words to serve as a bridge for them, a bridge of understanding about why diversity, equity, inclusion mattered, even for them, why it was important. Yeah, I'll never forget that when I left, how many older white men from the Midwest who were Republican, who would by the algorithm or the demographics should not have supported me, should not have cared, were the ones that were like, thank you. So that's a gift. Well, now when I think about and reflect on my life and why I am chosen to bring forth this vision of eradicating injustices and manifesting world peace, it's because I'm a bridge. And yeah, these lessons were learned on my back. That was the process. Oh, funny anecdote too. There was a queer women of color anthology called This Bridge Called My Back. It was a poem too, and that's what helped me remember too when I was in college, that I read that anthology and that poem, and yeah, it just helped bring back those memories of that play that I had as a child. Anyway, so it's like when you're a bridge, you help bridge the gap. between where we are and where we're going. When you're a bridge, anyone and everyone, anything and everything can utilize it to get to the other side. My intellect, my spirituality, my sacred masculine within me, my divine feminine within me, all of that has helped me to be this bridge. So, yeah, in a nutshell, in my usual ramblings, it's one of the reasons for you to know who I am and for you to decide whether you want to hear any more, follow what I have to say. And if I'm not the right teacher or whatever for you, that's cool. I still love you because that's what I choose. And I still love humanity because that's what I choose. And my philosophy, my motto is for the good of all, harm to none. I thank you, Viva, my spiritualist, for giving me that last part, harm to none. Because people that have worked intimately with me will know, because I would say my daily prayer was, how can I be of the highest and greatest good? And now I'm like, okay, good, for the good of all, harm to none. Imagine that. Anyway, I love y'all. Join me. I got this. And together we got this.